Hello, everybody. Welcome. Make sure you guys can hear me. Now you should be able to hear me because I did, in fact, uh, turn on my audio now. So I'm just fixing things up, testing something, doing a little test. It's not going to be the longest live stream, but I figure we'll talk about Raw before it goes on the air. Um, so if you guys can just confirm in the chat that everything is working, that'd be cool. I figured we would talk a little bit about Raw. I don't want it to be too long of a live stream, but I figured we would do a little bit of a test and see how that's working. Things up, testing something, doing a little test. Cool. Billy says he can hear me. Awesome. How does it work when I pull up chats on here? Okay, yep, I see Billy TKO. Cool, man. Yeah, I figured we would talk a little bit about Raw. WWE Raw today is obviously on Netflix. They have a couple things announced, so I figured we would just kind of preview the show ahead of time. Maybe talk about things I want to see, don't want to see, that type of thing. I don't know. But the reason why I'm doing this live stream is because I don't do vertical live streams on YouTube, and it's something that I do eventually want to do along with TikTok. Me and Billy have been trying to figure out the TikTok thing for a minute. Haven't been able to get it to work. But in the meantime, just trying to test it out, and it's a lot different from like a normal live stream. So obviously that's why we're going through this. But if you guys are in the chat, if you guys are watching, just go ahead and just start talking about whatever you guys want to talk about regarding Raw. It looks to be a very interesting episode too, because today we have Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. Obviously we're going to get some shenanigans on there. Nobody knows what's happening with Sami Zayn. Nobody really knows what the hell's happening at all. We also have Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane, who is returning against Zoe Stark. That's Money in the Bank triple threat qualifying match. And then we also have the Becky Lynch, Roxanne Perez versus Natalya Money in the Bank triple threat match. So I am super interested in seeing that. AJ Styles and Penta are tag teaming tonight against the Judgment Day, so that should be really interesting. And then, of course, WWE did reveal last week that Sheamus and Grayson Waller are gonna be they're gonna be wrestling. So that's gonna be kind of interesting. If you guys are in the chat, if you could do me a favor, I don't, vertical stream or not, I'm not really sure. Do you just like the stream or how does it work? But if you guys could just give me a thumbs up, that'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, go in the chat and, I don't know, let me know what you guys think, whatever you guys are excited for. This is very chill, very nonchalant, very like, we're just hanging out, bro. We're just hanging out. I want to test this. I eventually want to do more of this kind of stuff, impromptu live streams, and yeah. So in the chat we got Devel Stewart says, "Hey Ango, shout out to Devel Stewart. You can hear me great. Been watching your channel for years. Big fan of you." Well, that means a lot. Rahul put in the chat Roxanne versus BSC. Who is BSC? What does BSC stand for? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but Roxanne versus we got Roxanne, Becky Lynch, Natalya. That's going to be kind of interesting to see what they do there. Money in the Bank is always an interesting. Money in the Bank qualifying matches are always interesting because people kind of look at it and they're like, oh, well, they lose. Well, when somebody loses Money in the Bank qualifying matches, they always do the last chance thing too. That was something that, with Chelsea Green losing on Friday, doesn't mean she's not completely in the Money in the Bank. So we'll see kind of how that goes. Whereas 24 says, excuse me. Whereas 24 says, do you think Karrion Kross resigns with WWE? Absolutely. I have a big, strong feeling that that's going to be a very big push coming his way, to be honest. I think Karrion Kross is due for a push. Like, I would be shocked if Karrion Kross doesn't get a big push. There's too many signs in the way WWE does things and how they present people on TV that make me believe like he's just in line for a push. And it's just a patience thing. If for some reason they weren't on board with him, then they probably would have cut him. They got rid of AOP. They got rid of Paul Ellering. They haven't done that with Karrion Kross. And I just think they're setting him up for something big. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see where they go about it, but or how they go about it, but like where they take them, you know, I don't know if you guys saw my my TikTok or like YouTube short that I uploaded. I did upload one, and it's part of a clip where I'm talking about who should win Money in the Bank, and I actually say in that particular that particular clip, Karrion Kross and Naomi should win. So that's like I think Karrion Kross would be a hell of a Money in the Bank guy. And to be honest with you, like they have him working WWE main event. Karrion Kross is not even advertised for this Raw, so I don't know if they have something kicking off with him, or is he just going to be lurking in the background, or is it going to be another Netflix commercial break interview that he'll do? I don't know. That is something I want to definitely pay attention to for sure, and I hope that WWE does something with him. So, Unhinged Main Event Fro says on your phone double tap to like the stream. So if you guys could do that for me, that would be like really, really appreciative. I would really appreciate it. Just because this is something completely different from the other live streams that we do. And I don't know, I'm thinking maybe before Raws and SmackDowns and NXTs and AEWs and stuff, maybe we go live for 30 minutes. Maybe we just talk a little bit about the show before it starts and hang out. You know, for me personally, I really, 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 really want to get into the TikTok thing. I'm currently making TikToks. I'm having a hard time going live on TikTok. So, you know, that's kind of the way it is. Byron Cutler says, what do you think of the news of Roman Reigns retiring after WrestleMania 43 and who should be his final opponent? I mean, it's tough, man. With Roman, I don't even... It makes me so mad. I don't even really want to entertain the conversation of The Rock versus Roman, because for like 6 years now at this point, I've just been really disappointed in The Rock and not having that match with Roman and all these teases from, you know, the Young Rock TV show and whatever. But I would say, like, if Roman Reigns is going to retire, you have to throw that match out there. I also think you can't go wrong with Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins as a retirement match. I don't think you could go wrong with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes as a retirement match. I don't think you could go wrong with Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. You know, Jacob Fatu. Like, there's a lot of things they can do. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, personally speaking. Like, that's what I would like to see. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Devel Stewart says, and actually Devel says, I have a feeling they would give it to Rhea, but I'm willing to bet that Kari would win the match. You know, it would be interesting to see if Kari Sane won the match. Because if she made it into the Money in the Bank, she probably wouldn't win Money in the Bank, I don't think. But you never know with WWE. Right now, I feel like Money in the Bank and the qualifying matches are unpredictable. But just keep in mind, just because they make it into the Money in the Bank doesn't mean they're actually going to win the match. So that's something that you definitely have to consider. David Decker says he just liked the stream. So shout out to David Decker. Guys, can you do me a favor and just like the stream? Maybe you're just coming in. Maybe you're not aware of what's going on. So basically what I've decided to do is I want to test out the vertical streaming feature on YouTube. And I'm testing out some software and stuff like that. And I figure before Raw goes on the air, we'll kind of talk about what we want from Raw. We'll kind of just shoot the shit. That kind of thing. So it would be really cool if you guys could like the stream. Maybe we'll do more impromptu stuff like this. I would love it. I don't really have like an expectation, by the way, for the number of likes or super chats or anything like that. But if you guys want to show a little bit of love, I think there's literally just a super chat goal of 1. Because this is more about the technology and learning it and figuring it out. But if you guys want to show some love, feel free to do so. That would be really cool. The likes would be really massive, because this should be on the YouTube Shorts feed. And if it's on the YouTube Shorts feed, that means it might actually give more people an opportunity to discover the Ango Show, which is essentially what we want to do. You know what I mean? We want to get to the point where people can discover the show, find out about the show, and interact with the show. The more people that are watching, the more people that are coming through, the more people showing love, the more people we could get in here. And one thing that I want to actually do as well is I've kind of been holding off on talking about this for a minute, but I kind of want to do this thing with the live streams where people who are YouTube members will actually have like the ability to join in on the show. And with the software, we'll be able to bring multiple people into the show, which I think would be really cool. So you never know. That's what I would like to do, but only if you guys show love, man. I can't really do much if you don't show love, because I go live, I make videos every day. Certain people, they love the Ango show. And then there's people on Twitter who come through and they're like, we fucking hate you. And that's not very nice, So our job is to try and get discovered and more people watching and more people listening. So when you guys like it, when you guys share, when you guys are, when you guys are dropping super chats, when you guys are getting excited in the chat and you're adding to the experience, I think that's very, very exciting. And personally for me, I think it makes it less boring, to be honest. Because I think anybody knows if you just sit there in front of a camera by yourself, right, and you're not talking to anybody, you're not doing anything, it is what it is. But if you're chatting with people and pulling up chats and talking to people and everybody's engaged and excited, I think that's really fun. So shout out to David Decker for liking the stream. So many people coming through in the chat. Let's see. I see some new names in here too, which is pretty cool. So let's shout out those people. Why am I yawning so much, bro? Oh, that's because I went to bed at 4 a.m. and I started working all day. Shout out to Justin. Justin says, big fan of your show. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. That means a lot. The Wrestling Old Head says YouTube Shorts are monetized now. Well, YouTube Shorts have been monetized for a while. I actually don't really care about making money off of YouTube Shorts. Personally speaking, like, that's not a big, I don't really think there's money in Shorts, but the idea of Shorts live streams is a big one to me, because the thing about YouTube Shorts live, the thing with YouTube Shorts live, when you go live on the Shorts feed, it could potentially help bring people to you. It could help bring new faces to the channel. So the live streams like normal at 12 p.m. that me and Billy do, essentially the way that it works is like it's for our audience, right? YouTube Shorts live streams is, they say, a good way to help build an audience. I don't know if that's the case. The numbers right now are significantly less than what they are normally when we're live, but it's still very impressive that you guys were able to see this. So you guys should be watching this as if it was like a YouTube short or like a TikTok, Shout out to James Hillenbrand. He says, what's up, Ango? I love your channel. Keep up the great work, bro. Thank you. That means a lot, dude. Thank you. I'm excited, man. I've the thing about being in the wrestling space is you can never really control what there is to discuss, which I think is probably one of the biggest challenges, because some days you wake up and there's a lot of things to talk about. Some days you wake up and there's like nothing to talk about. Thankfully for me, and I mean this with a lot of sincerity, and I apologize that I keep yawning, guys. It's just been a long day. But for me personally, one thing that I've noticed is that I'm probably one of the only YouTubers, and I'm not saying only, I know there's others, but I'm probably like one of the few that very consistently watches like everything. Like, I pay attention to everything. And that's why I'm knowledgeable about certain things, right? And I think for me personally as a YouTube creator, that's like, I talk about the things that I like. So because I watch such a wide variety of wrestling, there's always something for me to talk about. Like, yes, if I'm being fully transparent, NWA and some of these smaller companies, they probably don't bring the most amount of views to my channel, but they are still things that I find interesting to talk about. So that's why I talk about it. That's kind of how I look at it. Excuse me. Kevin Troop said, he goes, wait till Raw is on to start sleeping, LOL. I don't know, man. I think Raw, y'all could talk shit if you want. I don't really care. I think it's going to be interesting. Chat, go off if you want. But I think, personally speaking, I love the way Raw is as a show. I don't feel like it's I don't know. I personally don't think it's a big deal to watch Raw. Like, I think it's a very, very easy watch. I know Billy's in the chat. Billy, if you want to join in, bro, let me know. I send you a link. You can just come kick it with me for a minute. I don't care. Might as well get people prepared for your watch along. Yeah, to me, I think Raw is the easiest watch. I'm just being honest. Raw is like one of those shows where you can consistently watch it and it doesn't feel like a drag. I can't lie. Sometimes. Oh my god, this is crazy. I'm yawning like I haven't slept in years, bro. What the hell? Raw is probably the easiest thing to watch. I think SmackDown is a little bit harder to watch. Um, because SmackDown is 3 hours on a Friday night. I think that's probably my only thing that I've kind of like had an issue with. But uh, no, I swear I'm not even gonna lie. Like I think Billy, I just texted you the link. I think Raw is probably the easiest wrestling show to watch. I mean, look at this card, bro. I literally read you guys the card. Like today, they're advertising Jay and Braun Breaker. Who is not entertained by the stuff that's happening with Seth and Jay and Sammy? Like they're building something there. They're cooking, right? Rhea Ripley, Kari Sane is returning, Zoe Stark, 3 women who are really good wrestlers qualifying for Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Roxanne, Becky, Natalia, all 3 people should be able to win. How do they do this? How do they go about it? How do they book it? I don't know. I'm curious, right? AJ Styles and Penta teaming up against the Judgment Day. Even me, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro, sometimes I don't fuck with the Judgment Day, and I kind of like this. I think it's kind of cool. So, yeah, man, I'm with it. I'm with it, bro. I don't know. To me, it's like one of those things, personally speaking, it's one of those things that I'm happy about. You guys are talking about Twitch vertical streaming. What about that? Does Twitch do vertical streaming? What up, True Styles? Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, no, I figured I'd come through and get live. I figured I'd come through and go live before Raw goes off the air. I see Billy has joined us. Let me just make sure I could bring him in. Give me a second. I figure Billy does watch-alongs, if you guys didn't know. So we'll bring him in. Maybe he could chime in a little bit on this. Billy TKO, my boy.
What up, Doe?
Oh, hold on. I can't hear you, Billy. Check your audio settings. I can't hear you. I can't hear Billy. Can you guys hear Billy?
Can you hear me?
Or am I tripping?
Can you hear me now? Nothing?
Billy, can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up if you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
So Billy can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on, let's figure this out. This is crazy. So Billy gave me a thumbs up. Are you guys able to hear Billy? Billy, since you can hear me and I can't hear you, go ahead and talk and let's just see if they can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
So they could hear you.
Oh, they said we
Why
can
am I
hear.
not able to hear you? That is such a strange thing, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think you might be. I think this guy's tripping.
That's crazy, right? Let's see what's happening. Let me just make sure my audio settings are good too, because maybe I changed some settings. Billy, go ahead and talk.
Yo.
Okay, so it's weird. It's my settings because I can hear you through my MacBook speakers, but I can't hear you through my Beacon speakers.
That's weird.
So hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tinker with settings because this isn't good. The fact I can't hear Billy is not that nice. I like being able to hear Billy. You know what I mean? Obviously, when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody, it would be kind of nice if you can hear them. So let's see. Billy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you if you're talking. Billy?
Still can't hear me? No? Doesn't hear nothing. Ain't that something?
Huh.
We're trying to have a decent conversation. This guy can't hear me.
Why can't I hear Billy? This is crazy. And I know this has something to do with my microphone. Beacon mic. It's something to do with that.
We were having this problem earlier.
This is so strange. Huh. Billy, I still can't hear you.
This is sad.
So hold on. What did I do earlier? I'm trying to think. I did something earlier when me and you were testing this.
Chrome.
Billy,
Google Chrome.
Billy.
Yeah, I can't. What's up?
Why can't I hear you? This is crazy. I am on Google Chrome.
Oh, dang.
That was the issue earlier. Oh, hold on, talk.
Yo.
Okay, you want to hear something funny?
What?
No, like dead ass funny. Like this is funny. Embarrassing, actually. Chat, you guys want to hear something funny? This is why it is so hilarious being a YouTuber who doesn't sleep. This entire time I thought it was my mic.
No, it's probably not.
No, you know what I forget now that I'm starting to work off a MacBook instead of my beautifully customized PC?
Your sound and output.
Nope. I clicked on the keyboard, the F10 button, which is also the mute button for the audio. So this entire time I've just been messing with settings, and this entire time I just didn't realize all my settings were actually fine. I'm just an idiot, and I decided to mute it. So
Nats fan said Ango.
Come on, bro. I swear, bro. I turned 31 last week. Last Tuesday I turned 31, and I'm old now.
That was a very thing of you to do.
That's crazy, bro.
Gosh darn it, I can't figure this thing out.
It's crazy. Let's see how this looks. I kind of like this. I swear. How was it when you were watching on your phone? I know you were chiming in. How did it sound? Look, everything was good.
Sounded good. I actually like the look of it. I like the vertical layout. I'm a fan of it. You know, I think he got me. I think he got me questioning things. I think I'm gonna try doing a vertical layout on Twitch tonight for the watch along.
So how do you do it on Twitch?
So it's I use Streamlabs, right? So Streamlabs allows that vertical layout, and you can pick which place you want to vertically.
I know, but to. Twitch does vertical.
Yeah, look, bro. Let me open up Twitch real fast. It's the first thing I see when I open up my phone.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I could actually live stream live on Twitch vertically as well. Okay. So all I really need is TikTok. I just need my TikTok to work.
Which people don't know. That is the whole reason why we're sitting here testing these things, is because we're working so hard to try and get on TikTok.
Yeah, so let's I mean, we'll talk about Raw and stuff, but
yeah,
I'll give you guys like a little sneak peek of what's happening. So basically, last week I was using my other software that I don't have to pay for to go live. And we rolled out the new design and everything was looking cool. I had the alerts working. Everything was so sick. For a live stream, I was like, man, this is great. Now my MacBook, for those who don't know, I bought a brand new MacBook, the M4 MacBook Pro, because I wanted to be able to work on the go. I only bought this laptop because I wanted to work when I go away from home. Mm-hmm. So that way, when I go on vacations or trips or getaways, weekend getaways, I really just wanted to, I really just wanted to stream or work when I'm away. And I couldn't do that with my custom PC. So I figured I buy the MacBook and that's it. Well, it turns out while I was using my MacBook, I actually like working off my MacBook more. Live streaming, making videos, my quality's better. Everything is better. It's portable. If I want to go upstairs and open the windows because it's sunny outside, I can go and do that. And it just turns out that like I actually prefer this method of work so much more than my custom PC, which is a shame because my custom PC was so expensive and so beautiful, but I want to be productive and I want to actually have everything working. So now I was like, let's try the live stream. And of course, not that my MacBook Pro isn't as powerful enough, but I'm not connected through the Ethernet cable. I'm connected through wireless. There's a lot of servers when you're trying to multi-stream to like 10 different places. And so for me personally, I made that decision. I'm like, all right, I'll go pay for software where I don't have to do all the work myself. And so now here I am testing things out because what I care about is being live at 12 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. I want to be live on that with Billy, but I also want to do vertical streams on TikTok while we're live.
So, and that's kind of, so we've just been running into that issue trying to get TikTok figured out because just as he's talking about, he's worried about the 12 p.m., which I am also. That is obviously a very important show to me. But I also do my watch-alongs, and my watch-alongs on TikTok is normally where growth comes from, right? And I want to utilize TikTok. So right now I'm actually currently waiting on a stream key from an agency to actually be able to live stream directly to TikTok. And the problem with it is kind of like he talked about a second ago. he has a built PC that technically I could stream on TikTok, right? But you have to go through their software and their platform. But with Mac, they don't offer that platform to you. So you have to directly go to you have to find a third-party source to stream to TikTok with being a Mac user. And I am a consistent Mac user. I have a laptop. I have my Mac Mini. I mean, I'm appled out, right?
It's so crazy too, because if my PC was a portable thing, right?
Be a different story.
Oh my God, I would be so happy.
Right.
But because it's not, and for me, I don't know if people realize this, but like, I love doing this shit so much that nothing bothers me more than when I feel like I'm not in rhythm doing it.
Man.
So like that was a big thing for me. So it's like now this is like, okay, cool. If I can live stream, that's why I want to test the stream here on vertical, because moving forward, once I could get that situated, dude, I want to be live. I want to have shows on TikTok, like things like that. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Shout out to Big Jims, because I'm bored right now. He says, Ango, you are a liar. You said anyone subs to your channel getting a replica belt. I will bet you $1 million I did not say that.
Shout out Big Jim. I guarantee, as somebody who views his channel, I know for a fact he didn't say that.
I said when I hit 100,000 subscribers, we're going to do... One lucky person will win. The person who wins has to be on the live stream, because I'll be doing a live stream to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. And I literally said 100,000 subscribers, one person could win, and I'll give away other gifts. There's going to be other things from sponsors that I've, worked with, and we're going to be doing giveaways and stuff.
You're only 18,000 subscribers away, and I know that sounds like a big number, but it's really not.
I don't know. But I want to hit 100K, so if we could hit 100K, that'd be great. But I don't know. We got like 80 people watching. I can't even get 50 likes on the stream, so maybe nobody likes me.
Bro, maybe we suck for real.
I mean, if I suck, I guess I could just quit. Not a big deal.
It is what it is.
I mean, I won't have a job, but I mean, I could just go back to corporate world, I guess.
I would. I'd be fine.
I mean, it would suck because I love wrestling. It would be kind of pointless to like quit this as a job, because then why would I talk wrestling with other people? Like, you know what I mean?
It's so funny, bro, because like you say that and I'm sitting here like, no, my life would probably be just not crazy stressful and trying to do a billion things. Yeah. But I choose to stress myself out all the time. It's a choice that I made.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it is what it is. I don't know. I love this. Phil's in the chat. What up, Phil? He goes, if I got a belt, if I got a belt for subbing to Angle, that would have been years ago. Shit, dude. There would have been that would have been 82,000 belts I would have had to give away.
Right.
Come on, man. I don't think people realize I'm not corporate backed. I'm literally just a dude.
Dude, I thought WWE pays for like everything that you do.
Oh, hold on. This is my favorite. We're going to wait 4 years for you, Ango. Get 100K. You're crazy.
Oh, my God.
Then go fucking buy the belt yourself. What the fuck?
If you're waiting 4 years, brother, you could have bought that belt probably 50 times over.
What? In 2023, I announced the giveaway. I can easily just say, guys, I'm not doing the giveaway anymore. I can easily just say that. I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? I didn't hit 100K. It's been so long. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't even actively promote it. Doing it because I want to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I want, that's how I look at it. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking the belt's like what, $500, $600, $700, and I'm such a generous guy. I literally told people when I announced it, I said, yeah, it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but if you want like the WWE Championship or the if the AEW World Championship,
choose, right?
Yeah, you get to choose. Like, I'm not really tripping about it, but hey, it is what it is.
Just get them to 100,000 subscribers, bro.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, we do have a super chat goal of 1 for this vertical stream. I just kind of want to see what it looks like when we get a super chat on a vertical stream. I don't know.
So somebody do it so we can see.
So if you guys want to help hit the super chat goal, I don't know, say something fucking funny, make me laugh.
Bro, this is supposed to be a Raw review.
Yeah, no, Raw preview. Raw hasn't started yet.
Oh,
dumbass.
yeah, Raw. What the fuck?
This is like, let me tell you, bro. Let me just tell you exactly what's happening here. This is an impromptu stream where we are just talking.
Mute me for a second. My girl's calling.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't know how to mute you. You got to click the mute button.
Oh, okay. I'll mute myself.
Yeah. Wow, guys, did you hear that? Billy's got a girlfriend. I don't know if you heard that, but we'll bring him back in a second. I don't know. All I'm saying is this was a little impromptu stream because we just want to chat. I wanted to chat before Raw goes on, and that's what I was saying. I was reading the card earlier.
Good.
Oh, Billy just unmuted himself. Billy, did you hear me before you go?
No, what'd you say?
I was like, oh, Billy's got a girlfriend. Did you guys hear that?
She's been on the stream. They know.
I know.
If they come to my channel, if they pull up, which you guys should, Billy TKO on YouTube, come join and watch along. You would know my girlfriend has been on that stream. And Trayvon says Billy can get a girlfriend, I can get one.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. If I can do something, you can do it because anything's possible, brother.
That is very true.
Anything is possible. It's the same reason they let me on this live stream. I have no business being on here.
Dude, I just figured since you're gonna go do a watch along anyways, I was like, fuck it, let me get you on here.
Yeah, dude, why not? It's fun.
This is not supposed to be anything crazy.
No,
so if you guys were expecting that.
This is you should have seen us earlier after our live stream. We were sitting here trying to test this shit out.
I know. Dude, I like this though. I think this is sick.
I like it too, bro. I'm kind of rocking with it. How many viewers do we have? I can't see.
81.
81 viewers. That's not bad for a random 7 o'clock stream.
Yeah, no, it's just a random vertical stream. I don't think it hits the sub boxes like a normal stream. I don't know.
I don't think so either.
I have no idea. I really don't know how it works.
Did anybody come from the sub box? I'm interested. I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah, like you guys are watching this as if you were watching a YouTube short, right?
I know for me that's how it was.
What would a 3-person stream be? Well, Phil, let's find out.
Todd told me I can't sit still. I have ADHD, brother.
Phil, check your DMs, buddy.
Let's find out, bro.
Hey, how about this? How about Phil message me for my birthday at 10:14 a.m. and I'm now just seeing it.
Sick, bro.
That's literally how distant I've been for that. But Phil, I just DM'd you. Did somebody help us hit our super chat goal of 1? No? Okay. No big deal. Whatever. We'll figure that out eventually. We'll see what that looks like.
They're talking about some do the vertical for the main show.
Who said that?
Nats fan.
If I can get on TikTok live, 100% I will. Because then I'll just do vertical live streaming.
All the way around.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to, personally speaking. I think this is cooler.
Yeah, I dig this. I'm not gonna lie to you. This feels more engaging and more involved.
The only thing about this that's kind of weird is I don't think I can run ads. So I just clicked insert ad. I don't know if I have the ability. If you guys are getting ads, let me know. Oh my God, look who it is, guys. It's Phil.
Oh my God, it's Tommaso Ciampa.
Wait.
Is that Tommaso Ciampa?
Oh no, I don't think you can see me.
Oh no, we see you. We see
you and we hear you.
I can't see myself on here. That's why.
You can't see yourself on here. What does that mean?
It's just a black screen where I'm supposed to be.
Where you're supposed to be. That is strange.
That is strange. You're off your phone right now. That makes sense though.
Yeah, I am on my phone though.
Do you guys see Phil? Phil's in here.
Phil hanging in the chat.
I want to see if I can actually prop myself up real quick.
You're on your iPhone?
Yeah.
Bro, this is so fun. This is like...
Bro, this will be... Dude, if we do this for the live show, you know how easy it'll be to clip for TikTok?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Oh,
I feel so bad. These people came here for Raw. Oh my God, I feel horrible.
Well, I did tell them how much I love carrying Cross. I mean, that's a little bit more value, right?
I love carrying Cross too. Yeah, I love carrying Cross.
That guy is the best.
So yeah, how does this work? Like, I don't get it, bro. Because I can't. A lot of people actually don't know this, but watch this. Now I'm full screen. Oh my God, how sick. So the thing is, I'm actually using my iPhone as my webcam permanently now. I forgot who called me out. I think YouTube fan said something. He's like, oh, this turned into an iMac review or something earlier. And I thought it was funny. But this just goes to show you that, like, you don't really need to, Like, I'm not buying no more expensive cameras and shit. Look at my setup, bro. My setup is cool as fuck. And
Bro.
I'm no longer spending money on expensive shit because I actually like this.
I called you earlier because I was finally able to set my phone up
Yeah.
with my computers to where I could use my phone with my laptop.
My phone is exactly the reason how I started content creation in the first place. So you don't need.
You really don't. You don't need nothing.
Well, I started, if it makes you guys feel better, I started my YouTube career with fucking expensive ass shit. And now for no reason, I wish I never did 10, 15 years ago.
That's cool. If my YouTube career started by spending a lot of money on vocal plugins and
I know you did. That is true. Hey, you know what's funny? Phil looks a little different.
Yeah, he looks like Tommaso Ciampa.
I know. Yeah, I did.
You shaved off the stash and the goatee?
See, now, look, I don't care. We're on live, and at the end of the day, this is just for what it is. I effed up trying to trim it down. I told Billy this already. I effed up trying to trim it down, and said, you know what? Well, it already looks terrible as it is. Might as well Tommaso Ciampa myself and just grow it back. So there was no salvaging it whatsoever. So yeah, I just didn't want to rock the stash or just rock the little soul patch or anything like that. I just said, you know what, screw it. I'll just get it back.
Yeah.
So.
This doesn't look bad though, by the way. This does not look bad at all.
No, I mean the stubble is there, so I mean it'll get back, but
yeah, bro, you're good.
Wow. Would you guys look at that, dude? Phil hasn't been on the show in 2 weeks or so, and he's like a completely new person.
Yeah, man, I miss being on here. That's the reason why I even asked if what would a 3-person stream look like on vertical.
No, I know. Well, dude, I don't know if you heard it earlier. I don't know when you joined, but last week, you know how I was like rolling out the new stuff within like OBS and all the alerts and everything?
Right. Yep.
I was having slight issues with my MacBook. And the thing is, I've gotten to the point where I'm so productive and so good with my MacBook that I'm literally just at the point where I'm like, I want to work off my MacBook. I don't even want to use my PC.
Yeah.
So instead of using StreamYard, I went back to Restream because I was talking to them today, and they were like, hey, like, we're trying to figure out the TikTok issue. I still can't get a TikTok stream key. I'm still technically revoked from live streaming on TikTok. I don't know why.
Same.
But when I was talking to them, I was like, hey, listen, like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish without having to do all this extra stuff. They kind of showed me how to do it. So now that they've showed me how to do it, I'm like, okay, well, do I pay for StreamYard or Restream? And then they gave me 7 days for free on Restream. And so far, like, I'm geeked about it because once I could get the TikTok thing working, I'll be super happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the big thing is, like, I don't care about all the alerts and stuff. I just like StreamYard. I want to be able to pull up the people's chats. I want to be able to, I want to be able to do my thing. I use my iPhone as my webcam. I got the lighting. I got the microphone. Right. And then when I'm done with my live streams, I want to go upstairs and work with, being in the basement, bro, there's no sunlight. So it's like I get to go upstairs and then work. Like, I like that, I don't want to use my PC anymore. So I think this is going to be the solution, but I'm trying to figure out the TikTok thing, which is hard. But now that I'm a TikToker and I post all these TikTok clips, it's like, well, I also want to be live on TikTok too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, that's where I'm at. But I think I'm gonna jump off it here, man, because I got a watch along to do. If you hurry up and get off live, maybe I'll get some viewers.
Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll promote you.
So I'm counting on you to end your live before 8 p.m.
Well, let me ask you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Have you guys been doing watch alongs together? Because I know before you guys were. So what's the word on that?
We were having a struggle. So my Discord was struggling 2 weeks ago. And then following that, I tried doing kind of the same thing that we did with Streamlabs. Do you remember how we were doing the collab cam?
Yeah.
That wasn't working either. So I think we're just going to go back to the regular route that we were doing, and we're going to do that on Tuesday.
But
yeah.
I'm getting Phil back on there.
Cool. No, I just didn't know. I knew you guys were trying it. I was like, I thought that was cool. So
Yeah.
No. I love it. I love it. I do need to get a third screen though. Like, I know that sounds insane, but I got you.
I got you. I already told you earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out because that I'm gonna place at my girl's house so I can work fluently at my girl's.
You got it right here. It's right here on my desk. It's all
Yes,
yours.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So,
I'm going to pick up Ango's PC from him.
that's right, fellas. It's a new era.
I'm
going to be minimalistic as hell.
I'm not. I'm going to be extra as hell.
Yeah. Crazy. It's all changing.
But yeah, if you can get off live before 8, that
No, don't worry, bro. Don't worry.
I'm kidding, by the way. I'm so kidding. You
No.
can stay out as long as you need to.
Nah.
Trust you, Billy.
Yeah.
No, I swear, bro.
Get the hell,
honestly,
get the hell
I'm
off
about
live, bro. I need some viewers.
You know what's funny though? I will say this, Phil. I don't know how long you stayed in the live stream earlier today when you were watching, but we were talking about the collision thing getting cut off.
Yeah.
And literally, me and Billy were joking because we were having technical issues or whatever, and like somebody in the chat literally made the joke of like, "Oh, The Rock is gonna show up and take out the Angle show like halfway through or some shit."
I was there up until the final points of your collision talk. So then I had to drive to work and then
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the whole collision talk I basically saw.
Guys, look at that comment.
Damn.
I don't know what it looks like. What's it say?
Shout out Byron.
Yeah, Byron said, I remember Angle from the WWE 2K15 days.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. Good times. Good times. And I want to do more WWE 2K stuff, but for now, I'm focused on the Angle show. So,
dude, the Angle show is the best.
Thanks, man.
Somebody said, "Welcome to the Billy Show." Yeah, I'll make this shit all about me. I don't care.
The Billy Show.
I don't care. You know I'm selfish.
Believe it or not, the Angle show. Let's actually address this before Billy goes really quick.
Cool. Let's do it.
The Angle show is just my normal like, hey, welcome to the Angle show. It's my news videos or my opinion videos, whatever, my clips, And then I was like, a long time ago, it was just, okay, well, it's the Angle show, but live. and then when I brought Billy in, I was like, I'm not thinking of a live stream show name. Like, I don't care about that. Like, to me, that doesn't matter. It's just we're live and we're hanging out, chatting. One thing that I really want to change, too, is I think so many people are so persistent on being like the most professional talk show. And I hate that, bro. Like, I want the Angle show live. And the reason why I've been stressing out about this, and I didn't even really get to talk to both of you about this, but the reason why I've been so stressed out about like the live streaming portion of things and getting it to work is strictly for the fact that I want to be able to have like 15 people on the live stream. And I want to be like, we're all just shooting this shit talking about wrestling, because that's what fucking wrestling is, bro.
It is.
It's like, yeah, we fantasy book and we have cool dialogue and stuff, but like, it's just homies talking about wrestling. And I miss that, bro. I miss that. And I grew up in the era where like me and Tony, Pulse, Tubby Emu, like we all used to do like shit like that where we would just shoot the shit on a live stream.
I love them all.
Yeah, bro. And that was like my era that I come from. And I feel like everybody in the wrestling community has just gone into like, this is the most professional show and like blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, Billy might talk over me for a second. I don't care. Like, it's just going to happen, like we're going to have good conversations. So we're going to get to that point.
Just wait on it.
Crazy, but it can work as long as you have a right formula with it.
Yeah, for sure. But to me, it's not even about the right formula, bro. It's about having fun. So
yeah.
Billy, get the fuck out of here. All right, bro. He's gonna get me demonetized.
Bro.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Oh my god! I hope he gets fired.
I'm gonna have to go beg Tony Khan for a job.
Bro, call Triple H or something. You might need him.
Or a sicko, so he'd probably hire you.
Yeah,
I heard Triple H was hiring. You're already hired.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're already hired by Triple H, right?
Am I?
I think so.
I think the check's bounced.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I got hired by Triple H, that'd be cool. But like, I don't. People think I want to work for him. I really just don't want a fucking older guy in a suit telling me what the fuck to do.
Facts, but I'm out of here. Peace
Bye,
out,
Billy.
boys.
All right, Phil, you can stay. Fuck Billy. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, I'm gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, bro. You talk about me.
Doing it.
I'm out of here.
All right, that's crazy. Let's boot him out. Oh, he's gone. Phil.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good. We got Raw in about a little over a half hour from now.
I know. And I'm gonna only stick until 7:30, so 8 minutes left. To be honest, it was just gonna be a 25-30 minute live stream, but it just became such a fun thing. I don't know. I love this shit. This to me is like the funnest kind of live stream.
To answer your question from earlier about like how I even noticed that you're live or whatever, I actually notification. So I don't know if like the whole notification stuff like works for the vertical lives too, but I got a notification saying you were live.
So when you clicked on it though, did it take you to a vertical stream?
Yeah.
As if it was shorts.
Basically like watching shorts, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So that means YouTube knows that it's a
that it was a vertical live.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then like, let me ask you, because I know Billy was showing me this before, and then I was looking at it. So on YouTube, there was something that popped up where it's like when you go vertical live vertically, they're kind of like copying TikTok, where like you can like, I don't know if it's like bits or what they're calling them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I did not even really see anything like that when I was on there, but maybe it's my YouTube app not being completely updated or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. So as far as we know, it's still super chats and super stickers, right?
Yes. From what I saw, yeah, super chats and stickers.
Yeah. See, that's the only thing, because I haven't gotten a super chat on this with this stuff. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it just pops up or do I have to click it or whatever.
Right.
But I know there was something else where like in the chat, it said something like diamonds or something. I don't know. I was so confused about it. Let me see. I want to find out, bro. YouTube vertical.
Let me.
I don't know. I can't use my phone because my phone is my webcam.
Right. Yeah. I'm also trying to look up the stream from my laptop right here to see.
I know people could do like gifted memberships and super stickers.
Right.
But there was something where it's like bits or like, you know how TikTok has the
gifts, yeah.
Yeah, the gifts. Like I think YouTube has that, but I don't see it. So I don't know if that's only when you do it off of your phone, maybe.
Probably.
Because I thought it was just vertical streaming, so I don't know.
I've known YouTube Shorts for a while now. It's basically become like a TikTok almost equivalent with like just the way formatted and all of that stuff. But
my only reason why I even bring it up, just so people are aware when they're watching this, is because I cannot watch this. Even though I'm vertically streaming, I'm not off my phone. I'm working off my laptop. So I actually can't see if people are sending gifts or whatever they're called. I don't know. That's why I'm so confused on it. And
as always, the chat, there's nothing.
Like there's nothing. So there's nothing that you see where it's like somebody dropped 5 diamonds or something, right?
Nope. Just great names and the chat. So
okay, that's fine. I don't care. That's not a big deal. I just want to make sure I'm not missing stuff. I'm still figuring this software out, and I like it though, dude. Honestly, it's sick.
Yeah, I mean, when it came down to just looking at StreamYard versus Restream or anything like that, obviously the paid subscription, you're gonna have to do that regardless. But I mean, all you want was so that you can be able to pull up chats and be able to talk about it, because the chat literally runs how the stream goes from time to time in terms of the conversation. So you got it.
So that's one of the things too. It's not even just that, but like if I switch to horizontal, which I can't do because now we're live, but if I go to like a normal horizontal stream, it's different than StreamYard. So like with Restream, and the thing that I liked about Restream before was multiple scenes. So you can it's more customization than StreamYard. And so it's like $50 a month or whatever it is. But the reason why I switched to StreamYard was because StreamYard was 1080p. Restream didn't have 1080p.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to switch to 1080p for higher quality. And yes, you could throw up your super chats, but there's less customization. So now that I know with Restream that they changed it, like they fixed it, they updated these things. That's why I was talking to them, and they're like, hey, like you could do TikTok. Well, TikTok for some reason gave me some error. I've been revoked my live streaming abilities there, which is not very nice from the TikTok people, because I love TikTok and I make TikToks full time, but that's why I was just trying to figure it out. But that's why also too, when I go live, I want to be able to do a mix of everything. you know. And with this, I can multi-stream to like I think 5 or 6 places at once. So it's like
Super
I
nice.
have a Rumble account. I don't know if you know what Rumble is, but
Heard of it,
I
but
yeah, I have a Rumble account. When they first launched, I made an account that's like rumble.com/ango, but I never used it. And I've never uploaded content there.
I've
And
I've heard of it, but I've just never even went to even go take a look as to what it is.
yeah, it's basically another version of YouTube. From my understanding, I don't know too much about it, but from my understanding, it's a lot of news content.
Oh,
And the reason for that is because they're like freedom of speech, like entirely. So I also have a Kick account, kick.com/ango. Because again, when you find out that there's a new streaming platform, I wanted the username kick.com/ango, but I've never really done much on Kick. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, well, I have Kick, I have Rumble, I have Twitch, I have YouTube, I have TikTok. Like, I don't know. I just kind of want to be everywhere. But for me, most importantly, just YouTube and TikTok. TikTok's like the most important thing. Twitch TV is like, to be honest, I think Twitch, Kick, Rumble, all those, I think they're kind of whack. I don't really care for them.
yeah, and Twitch doesn't. I mean, if you know what you're doing with Twitch and the way that runs, you can get traction on there, but it really just depends on how
Yeah.
like things go. I mean, when you first start off, I mean, you're so far down the list of the category and everything like that, you're never going to be able to be
Yeah.
looked at.
Well, when I had my Twitch deal, when I first went full time, September 2021, when I did the Amazon deal, I was on Twitch exclusively for live streaming. And that was a 6-month deal, and I loved it. That was cool. So I don't know, but now it's like I don't really use Twitch. I don't know. Adam Pierce just dropped a video on Twitter. Roxanne Perez is now officially formally on the Raw roster. So
Okay. So she's now officially called up to Raw, which is good because I mean she's been ready for years now. Honestly,
I pretty much figured she was. You got muted. What'd you say?
I don't even think she technically completely needed NXT to begin with, but she had a great run down there.
So that's the thing. I don't think people need NXT, but I think it's so much better because if they all just went to Raw or SmackDown, it just gets overcrowded. So then they could go to NXT. The universe gets acclimated to who they are, that kind of thing, and then it just like, kind of becomes a cool thing to watch over time. And Roxanne was great, so I was kind of on board with that,
And it's good that they separated the two, Julia and Roxanne, because I mean that little partnership was good for a little while, get them acclimated to, the main roster and all that. But now Julia can do her thing on SmackDown, and Roxanne can hopefully win that triple threat tonight on Monday Night Raw. So
yeah, dude. So who do you think is gonna win that? Becky, Roxanne, or Natalia?
I got Roxanne because Becky's too far into the Intercontinental Championship scene in order to, win that and go into Money in the Bank. And then Natty, I respect Natty and what she's done in this business, but I'm pretty sure she might just take the pinfall there because I just don't see Becky taking the pin. And then I got Rhea getting the win over the other one.
I would love Kari to win.
I want Kyrie to win. I really do. But I got Rhea because she's focused on getting that Women's World Championship back. And they've been doing that whole ordeal with Io from the last few weeks. So if she's not desperate, getting Money in the Bank, and who knows, we're going to Perth. It writes itself. If she wins Money in the Bank and cashes in Perth, there's a story there. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're teasing a slow burn heel turn for Rhea, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I don't know. It should be an exciting Raw. Freaking, we got AJ and Penta against the Judgment Day. That should be fun. Kind of see what they do there. Obviously, Sheamus and Grayson Waller. Hopefully, that means we get the split of Grayson in theory.
I've been done on that whole,
I know, waiting and waiting and waiting.
rating thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm just done with it now. I am.
No,
But
I get it. Yeah.
so
Shit. How you been, bro?
huh?
I said, how you've been?
Oh, I'm fine. What's up?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't talked to you, bro. I didn't even see your happy birthday text.
Oh yeah.
Your message. I was like, what the hell? And honestly, like the problem that I have with X is I don't really be checking it like crazy. I just respond to my haters and then
Yeah.
I get off.
Saw some today, so there you go.
It happens, man. It happens. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just I got home at 7 o'clock. I saw your notification for this live, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's live now.
Yeah.
What's he doing? And
I know, right? And then you open it, you're like, what the hell is this, bro?
And then vertical, I'm like, wait, what is this? New
I
look,
know. Yeah, just trying stuff. I figured I would try it, and you know, who knows? We'll see what happens. I think it should be fun.
It could work well as long as everything works properly.
So far, it is. I just need to get the TikTok thing working, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So who knows? But who knows? But I think this is going to stay for sure. Whether it's vertical or horizontal, I don't know. But I think I'm sticking with Restream because it just works so fluidly, which is nice. Raw looks good tonight, and then I figure maybe like even start doing these vertical streams like an hour before the show starts type thing. Just start talking about the show prior to when it goes on the air, just kind of like a little bit of a preview show.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Look out what WWE has in store, like in terms of the preview, what they got, and just chop it up, talk about it.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, look how casual this is. Like, it's just shooting the shit, bullshitting, talking about stuff, wrestling, it's fun. So I don't know. It just turned out that I was literally planning on going live for 25 minutes, and it turned out I went live for an hour. So
yeah, it's an hour stream.
Yeah, crazy. I'm gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing a watch long tonight for Raw?
I'll be in Billy's chat. So
cool, guys. Billy's gonna be live. Billy TKO, 8 p.m. for Netflix. WWE Raw. Phil's gonna be hanging out in the chat. I'm gonna stop by in the chat as well. I don't know. I'm gonna go and just kind of get ready for the night and chill. Dude, I was yawning earlier like crazy. I was so tired. I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m. and then I wake up and I'm immediately working and I'm creating TikToks and videos and live show and this and that. I'm like, all right, perfect. That's a good sign. If I'm tired by now, that means when I go into my room and watch Raw, I could just relax, dude.
Relax, have a good rest of the night, and chill.
Exactly. So
you'll work all over again.
Yeah.
Life.
Exactly. I appreciate you popping in, bro. I'll see you Wednesday.
Wednesdays are good.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sticking with Restream. So to me, this is perfect. I mean,
not here, bro, and I didn't want to like completely just like talk to you and be like, hey, what the heck is really going on here? I knew something was, you guys are busy and you guys are trying to figure it out.
Oh, dude, honestly. And it's nothing against Billy either, but for me, it's all on my shoulders, right? Because obviously I produce the show. So like the thing is which is fine. I'm not mad about that. I'm not tripping about it. It doesn't make me mad or anything. It's just so much tinkering. And I literally thought that day when me and Billy did the live stream and I had everything working and it looked so cool and like everything was flawless, I was so excited. And then people were like, oh, you're lagging, you're having these issues. And I'm like, I don't want that. And there is a way to fix that. There is a small way to fix that. You just lower the bit rate and everything. But what I like so much about this so far, and like even StreamYard too, StreamYard and Restream, the thing that I love so far is that as long as you have good Wi-Fi, everything works. With OBS, it's a little bit more than that because I'm putting tons and tons of work on my CPU while also wirelessly connecting. But it was really important for me that I wanted a solution that worked with my MacBook because especially this summer, I'm going to be busy. And so I want to be able to just be portable with it. And when I say portable, it doesn't even necessarily mean like Like, for example, just going upstairs, right? Like, I want to be able to go upstairs, open the windows, have some fresh air, sunlight, you know? So when I say portable is so important to me, I want it to work that way. And the cool thing is, I know with this, it works. And because I've been able to get my iPhone connected and everything working correctly as a webcam, I'm hands free. I'm not distracted by my phone because it's my camera now. I don't have to use my Elgato webcam. I could just do this. Like, it's just such a fluid experience, like so easy and so much higher quality from how I typically did stuff, where I was like, okay, this is how I want it to be every time, because consistency matters to me. So now that I think I've pretty much figured it out, the only downfall that I have is I just can't figure out the TikTok live thing. Still in the works. Something about a community. I actually wrote it down. It said your TikTok account is currently under a live restriction. If your account does not violate if your account does not violate TikTok's community guidelines in the next 30 days, you will be able to participate in this activity and can apply again. So I don't know. I don't have any community violations on TikTok. I've never gotten in trouble with TikTok, but some people were saying there was an issue, and I don't know. But I'm going to figure it out. And when I figure it out, it's going to be cool, because I know for a lot of viewers, they don't care as long as they get their show and that's it. But for me, I really do want to grow. And I've been having such great growth on TikTok to the point where I'm like, I want to be live on TikTok. Like, I love it. I love the growth on TikTok. TikTok has become TikTok has actually made me enjoy doing this stuff even more because of the way I'm working, you know, and then my productivity got so much better. So it's like, okay, cool. Not only do you make YouTube videos and do a live stream, but then you also do TikTok clips. Okay, cool. There is like a purpose of going to TikTok versus YouTube. But for those who maybe don't know the Ango show or don't know what I do, they can watch the live stream. You know, they kind of learn. So that's like the last thing. But I think for now, like, we're going to have, no matter what, I should be able to have you on Wednesdays, because I'm pretty certain the way that's going to work here. And the good news is, you can't see it now, but me and Billy were doing it earlier off stream, where I've basically designed the background and art regardless of how many people are actually in the show. Cool. So now it doesn't even matter. I don't have to tinker with things anymore. It's literally just ready. So
nice.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're going to call it a day. Shout out to Phil. You guys could check him out on YouTube. Phil, Ouimettee.
Correct. Yes.
So if you guys want to know how to find his channel, Phil, Ouimettee. Probably should think of a way to make that easier for people to find you. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it is just my name, just like you. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a great name to spell. I mean, I get called omelet all the time, so it's just ridiculous.
Nice, dude.
No, and I'm getting called omelet, but
Phil Omelet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. There you go.
There you go. And then Billy's also live at 8 o'clock. So in 20 minutes, if you guys want to watch Billy do his watch along, he's going to be doing that. Phil's going to be in the chat. I'm going to go into the chat. Just a quick thank you to Nats fan. We didn't hit our super chat goal. No big deal. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure that's going to work anyways eventually. But shout out to everybody. Pee Wee, David Cushmore, Felix, Nats fan, Trevon, Anthony Melendez, Byron, Cutler, Henry, Kiernan, David Decker, YouTube fan, Sharon. Thank you guys all for coming through. The Camacho fam. Thank you guys. Lon Reyes. There were so many people that pulled up randomly. So I appreciate that, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow. And then Phil and Billy are going to be hanging out. And yeah, it's going to be fun. All right. Peace. Thank you, Phil.